Every time someone says no,
Yeah.
they're closer to the next client.
What do you think success is? Bones?
What do I think
Bones?
success?
So maybe you know. Is the tooth fairy real?
No.
Or Santa Claus?
No.
But do you have proof of these things?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because I do all the present money.
Oh, so you are the Santa Claus and the tooth fairy.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore, but yes.
Okay. Do you think the death penalty is ever warranted?
Whoa.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. I've got a question for you.
What is that?
How do people get rich?
Work hard. Invest well or inherit. Those are the three things.
Work hard, invest, or inherit.
Correct.
What's like your biggest problem with you that you see?
My biggest problem with me,
Yeah.
not being honest with my goals.
What are your goals?
I don't know.
It's not just to be happy.
Yeah, of course, not just be happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Move on with life, like settle on a home with my girlfriend and stuff, and setting on a family, establishing a family, that kind of stuff. But there's things that come along the way. So.
Like obstacles, or what do you mean things that?
No, distractors, I would say.
yeah.
Like not being consistent. Let's say I have a plan, like financial plan to do something, and then okay, I may want to do this trip. So
Depends on what you mean by success, I
Yeah.
guess. So if you're able to maintain, the basics in life, that's part of success. You got to live in this material world,
Right.
and you got to be able to, be warm, wash yourself, eat food, and everything like that.
Right.
But
What do you think is the highest levels of success someone can achieve? Like, once you have your baseline, how high can we go? Like, what is the heights of success as a human?
it would probably be not to have all the attachments that people have that is drilled into them.
All right, Car Talks. Take one, act one of the Car Podcast. Today, we're triggering people, and in a serious way. So it's like, you want to protect your ego and avoid rejection. This is why people don't approach a lot. But you still need to approach, because it's like, if you never say hi, you still get rejected. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize. It's like, oh, I can avoid rejection by just never saying hi. But that's not true. You avoid rejection by saying hi in the better way. Remember, it's never the person, it's always your approach. So most people are cool. Like, if the president fucking told them to do something, they'd probably do it. Or the Secret Service or the police. Like, very few people will tell the police, no, I don't have time for that. No, not interested. Good, very good.
Testing.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, good.
Got a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think being rich is?
Huh?
What does being rich mean?
Right now, I think it's just having good health, because I've been struggling with that. So for me, it would just be being healthy and being able to enjoy life.
Your health? Like, what is your health struggles?
They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, I've just been chronically ill, and it's just been hard.
that's
yeah,
not
and
good.
they can't really figure it out. The main cause is just all these little things. So, yeah.
So how are you feeling? Like, how do you know it's off?
I just, don't feel right. I have all these strange symptoms. My blood work, everything comes back really messed up. I have a heart monitor right now on. Yeah, so.
It's like arrhythmia, or
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
it's been going on a while?
Yeah. For a few months now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Have you tried holistic stuff and natural stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but doesn't really work.
Just meditate your way to
Right.
better heart rate.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't found the better meditation, right?
Yeah.
So that's the great thing about taking action. You'll be not ready, but then as you take action, it pulls all of what you're supposed to be doing out of you. So if you're flexible enough, you can quickly figure out what you're doing by taking action, and by planning and just prepping and putting off. It'll take you years before you even get to the point where you take action. You still don't know what you're doing, and then that's when the realness kicks in. Hi, how you doing? I've got a question for you real quick. What do you think being successful is?
Just being happy.
Happiness?
Yes.
Okay, how about you?
I agree.
So what is happiness? Like, what does that mean?
Comfortability.
Just being comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. What makes you comfortable? Like, how can someone be more comfortable and happy
Financial, healthy,
in their life? Okay.
physically.
Family.
Having a partner is very good too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get rich financially?
Creating less stress. Work hard. Yeah.
Work hard?
Yeah.
Are you like rich? Are you like millionaire?
No.
No? Okay. Do you know how though? Like if you had to make $1 million, what would you do?
I'd start working my ass off.
Okay.
Take
I
no
like
for
that.
an answer. Yeah.
Like any specific opportunities or just like start working, experimenting? Get a lot of no's, just everything. Know the heck out of it. What would you do if you had to make $1 million?
Probably follow his lead. Might as well.
I love that. What's your guys' names?
I'm Christina.
John, Christina, nice to meet you.
Having good relationships.
Okay. Like, what does that mean? Have a good relationship with people? Like,
Having people you can count on. People that you are accountable to and for. Being a parent, successfully raising kids, making good people out in the world. That's what I would say.
how can people connect with each other better and like have better relationships in that way?
Being honest. Don't sugarcoat stuff.
Ooh. So what's something honest you've said recently that like, you know, it was kind of not sugarcoated, but it was helpful or, you know, something like that?
I do that a lot with my kids.
Yeah?
So they ask a lot of questions and I answer them very honestly as opposed to maybe hiding the truth or protecting their feelings or I don't want them to hear it from somebody else, a different answer. So I tend to go on the truth side of things. It would have been.
So what are one of these hard truths that you hit your kids with?
I don't know. If they ask me a question about anything, about crime, about life, about sex, about puberty, anything like that, just telling them fact.
Hi, how you doing? Hey, wait a second.
What's going on?
Crap. Okay, I know you.
Yeah, you do.
Uh-oh, now I forgot. Oh, where do I know you from? You're so familiar.
Gosh.
How do I know you so well?
It's the
Wait. Oh, yeah. That place in Redmond. Dang, what's your name again?
Gabby.
Gabby. I remember you. Hi, what are you doing here?
I am watching my boyfriend's softball game.
Cool. Which one's he?
Not on this team.
Oh, okay. They're waiting?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I had a question for you.
Yeah, can I?
You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just like about like life and stuff. What are you doing?
Good.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think success is?
Being happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
Just being, like if you're happy, it's like, that's max of success?
Yeah.
So how do you define happiness?
Wellness for me, for my friends, for my family, but mostly for my loved ones, so probably my close circle.
Okay. What is social conditioning?
Social conditioning? Not sure.
You've heard of social conditioning or like, where people act a certain way to fit in, you know?
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I guess I've heard of it.
So how can people like stop acting and trying to fit in and be more like what they really want out of life to be successful?
I guess stop worrying about what other people think, I guess, about them.
Okay. What's like your biggest problem with you that you see?
My biggest problem with me,
Yeah.
not being honest with my goals.
What are your goals?
I don't know.
It's not just to be happy.
Yeah, of course, not just be happy.
Yeah.
I don't know, move on with life, like, settle on a home with my girlfriend and stuff, and setting on a family, establishing a family, that kind of stuff. But, there's things that come along the way, so.
Like obstacles, or what do you mean things that?
No, distractors, I would say. Like not being consistent. Let's say I have a plan, like financial plan to do something, and then okay, I may want to do this trip. So those kind of things.
What's your financial plan right now to get like a house, a family?
Yeah, probably save enough money for a wedding, and then probably after that, settle on a house.
How are you going to do that? Like a wedding and house can be expensive, you know? How?
Work, savings.
Okay.
That's where things are rolling. So yeah.
Yeah. So with work, like what sort of work are you going to do to like make the most money?
I'm a doctor. I'm a physician. So
Doctor?
yeah, work.
It's like what, primary care physician? or
Sleep
something?
medicine.
Sleep medicine. It's like one of those really high paid doctors or like,
I would say regular.
okay.
Yeah, regular.
So like only 200K? Or?
Around the 250, 300.
Okay, that's good. So do you invest at all or what, just save in cash?
No, the income is gonna start coming. So probably gonna start either both saving and investing.
It's going to start coming.
Yeah.
So you're like a new doctor?
Yeah, just graduated like just at the end of June.
Oh, dude, good job. You've been in school like the last 10 years or something, right?
Yeah,
So like
correct.
how old are you?
I'm 32.
Wow, when's your birthday?
August.
Okay, that's good. So you like have your debts to pay off too, but you're gonna be like saving also?
No debts.
No debt, just you paid it off through school, or how did you pull that off?
Yeah, I come from Venezuela,
Yeah.
so I went through medical school there. So medical school over there is kind of like sponsored by the government, so
Okay.
which is convenient.
Nice.
And then came over here for residency and stuff, so I didn't have to pay for any education anymore.
Wow. What's the number one thing people can do for their health to live longer?
I would say activity, don't be inactive. That's a big thing. At least
Exercise?
from
To be playful, peace.
Playful,
No,
not
peaceful. Peaceful.
Okay, I'm like painful. I was like painful.
No, painful, not peaceful.
Yeah. Okay.
To be peaceful at all, like when you feel like peace in your style, your job, and everything. I think is really your good mood to be happy, because sometimes people once feel happy with like buying stuff and something like that.
Right.
It's not real happy.
Okay. Do you know how to get rich? Like if you had to get rich, what would you do?
Investing.
Small goals,
Yeah.
making a little progress.
Yeah, that's true.
Get the ball rolling, momentum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. All right. Well,
All
thank
right,
you.
man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a great day.
Who's-
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I've got a question for you.
What is that?
How do people get rich?
Work hard, invest well, or inherit. Those are the three things.
Work hard, invest, or inherit.
Correct.
Have you done like either of those more successfully than the others?
Actually, I worked my ass off, and it paid off.
Oh, what did you like work your ass off with?
I was a certified arborist and worked my way up from a climber in 1994 to the owner of a tree care company now. And it's kind of too good to be true, but it
Really?
is, yeah.
So what's like too
Right.
good to be true about it for you?
Well, it just, looking back on it, time went fast. And it's kind of time to retire. But I don't really feel like letting go at this point. It's been a fun time. And just the fact that I didn't have to sacrifice my morals or step on anybody's fingers or, I found my calling and I did my work and I helped the people around me and I managed the urban forest of Seattle. And it worked out.
The urban forest of Seattle?
Yeah.
What's that?
The trees that constitute the forest canopy of our fair city.
Is it like a city-owned thing, or it's just like everywhere is?
It's the public and private trees,
Okay.
collectively. That's our urban forest.
So you started as like the tree climber sort of thing, and then you you bought the company, or how did you transition
Well,
to
I just
ownership?
went out on my own as after I became a certified arborist. You have to work for a while in the field to become certified. Once I became certified, I went out on my own and I worked as a sole proprietor. And then I established an LLC and hired some people. And then I bought a small corporation. Actually, it was an LLC too. I reorganized it as an S corporation and grew it. At the time, everyone was talking about creating jobs. And so I created a bunch of jobs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I felt good about that.
Like the
But-
tree cutters or like accountants? Like what?
No, climbers, brush draggers, people that were never going to be computer geniuses.
Okay.
But still,
How many jobs do you do in a year?
oh, I couldn't even begin to say. But if we average 4 per day, 5 days a week, you could do the math.
20 a day. Just
Yeah.
is that 1,000 a year, something like that?
Hard.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay, so like, you know, four a day.
If I could tell you that, I wouldn't be a tree.
Right. 4 a day. So was there a time where you did a lot more in the past, or is this like pretty much how it's been consistent?
I've had
for
up
a
to
while?
10 people.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily more profitable for me as far as discretionary income for the owner. You know, the gross sales was more.
Was higher, but the profit was
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, the guys have been with me a long time now, and they're very efficient, and we don't have a lot of setbacks.
Okay,
So
that's good.
it works out great.
They know their job
Works
and
out
they do
for
it pretty well.
Yeah,
Okay.
we make probably we shoot for 20,000 a week
Okay. Of like gross revenue.
of gross sales.
Okay.
Yeah. 4,000 a day.
Yeah.
It's 20,000 a week. You do that 50 weeks a year. That's $1 million bucks. And take a couple weeks off.
So what's your discretionary income off like $1 million gross for your company?
I'm not going to tell you. That's a rude question.
Okay. So like profit margins is like 10% or less, you know?
I could just tell you that, couldn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah, I'm up to about 25%.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And so besides like financial success, what do you think success means for?
I think finding what you want to do. All right, I have 2 kids. One in college, having finished her sophomore year, and one having just graduated. We talk a lot about what success is
Yeah.
because I convinced them that they weren't going to college to get a job in any particular field. They were going to college to become actualized people, to become the people that they would be in life,
Right.
and get the personal skills that they would need to flourish.
So like real
And-
skills or
You know, that's a really nebulous thing to define.
right. So
but-
like what are real skills anyway?
Moral,
You know?
moral fiber.
Yeah.
You know, the ability to think for yourself, think on your feet, or the creativity to figure out how you want to spend your time in the world. And so I think success is finding what you like to do and doing it with people you enjoy.
And you like what do you like to do?
I like to go scuba diving
Oh,
and
cool.
skiing,
Okay.
drink good wine, eat good food, travel the world, and spend time with my lady.
You've traveled a lot around the world, like all the places.
Not all the places, luckily.
Good the scuba
I'm not,
diving
I'm not
places.
retired yet,
Okay.
but yeah, some good scuba diving places for
Cool.
sure.
How old are you?
I'm 64.
64. And when's your birthday?
June 7th, 1961.
Wow. Well, happy birthday. That's like just the other day. Cool.
Yep.
What's your name again?
Eric.
Eric. Hi, I'm Haiku.
Haiku?
Nice to meet you. So, any like advice you would give someone that like we would help them become much more successful in terms of like their finances, their relationships, whatever you think.
Be honest with yourself and with everyone around you. You never have to lie. It doesn't
Okay.
get you anywhere.
Have you had a problem with like lying or like trying to deceive people, and you just came as a realization, or how did you
No,
realize
it's
this?
just something that I decided for myself that, you know what, I'm not going to sell out my personal integrity for anything.
Yeah.
For any amount of money or perceived ability to get ahead.
Okay. So what's something that
And play by the rules and don't give up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like playing by the rules is like kind of not lying, but it seems like you're going to get ahead
Similar.
faster by not following the rules.
Oh yeah, there are any number of paths that seem like they're going to provide you a shortcut to where you want to be.
Yep.
They don't get you there.
Right. Have you tried some of these shortcuts before and they didn't work so good?
I don't know. I don't feel like I did.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, what's something that you or other people you think lie to themselves about a lot?
How much they really like their life partner.
So,
How much they really hate their job. how much they really drink.
Yeah. How much they drink alcohol, right? Not water.
No,
Yeah.
water. People drink plenty of water.
Wow. Those are good. So you like have had a lot of jobs in your life, or
I've had a few, yeah.
okay, and you hated some of them, so you kind of know.
Yeah, I had one office job one time.
Okay, and it's just like locked in there,
Ooh,
no good.
couldn't do it.
Yeah, you like the outdoors type of. Like, it's fresh and it's nice.
Yeah, natural light, natural air.
So did you have like a marriage or like a life partner that was really not cutting it for you, and
I did.
it took you way too long to realize?
No, not way too long. We raised some wonderful kids together, and these things run their course. And ours ran its course, and
Yeah.
we were done.
So where are you at now with your like relationships and stuff like that?
Well, 10 years ago, I found the woman of my dreams, and now I have a companion that enjoys what I enjoy. She is a remarkably competent person that I can rely on for anything. Anything that I feel like I could do, I know she could do just as well.
Wow.
Whether it's like driving in a difficult situation, I don't feel nervous.
She's not freaking out.
No.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And that's just an example, a superficial example, but
Yeah.
on the deepest level, I feel really lucky to have someone that I respect and who is so deserving of my respect.
Like that.
But it's cheating, because you go through a 10, 12-year marriage and you learn all the lessons. You take it out all on somebody else.
Okay.
And then you go out and you work your shit out for a few years. And then you're ready to start fresh with all that knowledge and experience. And you can go into a relationship like this and not have any friction. Just reap the benefits of life and the learning that you got from the other relationship.
The hard-earned lessons. So does that make you like screen for people a lot more? So like you dated a lot of people, or you like considered a lot of people the second time around?
When I saw clearly, I got married. I got divorced, and I started dating women who were like 38. Thought maybe they would still have kids. They weren't going to have them with me. That's for sure.
Like what? They're too old or something?
No, vasectomy. And when I had my vasectomy, the doctor said, "Do not come back here thinking that you're going to reverse this because I'm going to fuck you up."
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Not one of those vasectomies. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So, and that was good. That was what I wanted. I had my 2 kids.
So you're looking for someone that like didn't want to have more kids.
I started dating online 5 years after I got divorced because I immediately went into these rebound relationships with younger women, and I soon realized that was a dead-end street for me. It works for some people, I'm sure. But 5 years later, after building my business, raising my kids, coming to terms with myself, I started dating online.
Question authority.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The guy to
What
talk
are you
to.
guys doing?
Oh, we're interviewing you.
Are you guys with channel 11?
Yeah. How's it
Channel
going?
11?
What's your
Okay.
name?
Andy,
Andy. Hi, I'm Haiku.
haiku.
Can I sit down for a minute?
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right.
I wrote a haiku in high school,
Okay.
and it's something about a bat and a rat. It was really stupid.
Bat, rat, cat.
So what's this interview about?
So this is about
You're scaring everyone away.
this is about success and what you think success is.
Oh. That's okay. I got to think about that because you see all these successful people that are so unhappy.
Okay.
And then you see a lot of people that seem happy, but it's because they're so dependent on pleasure. And when you're dependent on pleasure, it can create a lot of problems. Fear, anxiety, or see, it goes deep. I guess it can go deep. What's this for? Like a YouTube thing?
All right. See you in a minute. What was that?
Is this for like a YouTube
Exactly. Yeah. YouTube.
thing? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
it can lead to anxiety, the pursuit of success. Is that what you?
no. The pursuit of success, it depends on what you mean by success, I guess. So if you're able to maintain the basics in life, that's part of success. You got to live in this material world,
Right.
and you got to be able to be warm, wash yourself, eat food and everything like that.
Right.
But
what do you think is the highest levels of success someone can achieve? Like, once you have your baseline, how high can we go? Like, what is the heights of success as a human?
it would probably be not to have all the attachments that people have that is drilled into them. There can be,
Why do we have these attachments drilled into us, and how?
Well, it runs the economy.
Yeah?
People attached to, let's say, cigarettes or all the horrible food that's pretty much in the supermarkets now. I mean, that sugar is addicting.
Okay.
Or the attachments to new things all the time, material things. Or attachments to even to people or, different things. Because it's like an escape. It could be, it could be an escape. I hope you can edit this.
Oh yeah, I can edit the best parts out and
Because sometimes things are so complex, I have to distill it down.
Yeah, of course. All right, take one, act one. Trying to get that ass, huh? Two monkeys with a camera. We do not need cameras, by the way, guys. This is what we do with it.
Video hooligans.